Sagittarius, your toxic love reading this week begins with haunted, warning, robotic, cold, and superficial. Wow, superficial. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into it. We're going to pull out your spread. The center of this toxic reading. In the middle, we have the moon covered by Two of Cups for you, Sag. Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Wow. And your person, Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, and Three of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, you have Three of Wands. So more information is needed, right? Waiting for more, waiting for more. All right, guys. Look at those. Haunted. Warning. A warning. All right, let's see what this is all about. So right away, Sagittarius, in the center, we have the moon and Two of Cups crossing. So this is a relationship I feel here that is superficial. Yeah, right? Right now it's very superficial. That's why this is really resonating right now for me through this reading, because you're really unsure of what's going on here with this individual. You may be dealing with somebody who's really hot and cold, Sagittarius. You want this connection, I think, right? I think. But right now, it feels like there's nothing there. Like there's not necessarily anything there, and yet there's a connection. Right now, this week, though, Sagittarius, through this toxicity, you're resonating with a piercing amount of clarity here. You're coming on hard. You're coming on like a warrior. I think you're wearing some of your recent experiences very much on your sleeve. You have a real attitude of like, F it. You know what I mean? Are you here for it? Are you not here for it? And yet you're unsure. So we're going to get some clarity. Your person comes in, the person in this toxic love connection comes in with the Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, and Three of Pentacles. They know what's going on. They absolutely know what's going on. And they know that you are interested. They know there's a connection here. And they're kind of just carrying on with their things. They're just getting on with their busyness, right? And so you're dealing with somebody, I think, who is emotionally unavailable. This may be a trend for you, but let's get clarity. The moon, again, very unsure, and Seven of Wands. So Six of Swords, Two of Wands. A feeling, yeah, recently you broke up with somebody, Sagittarius. You recently broke up with someone. And I think that's where this fierceness is coming from here from you. With this, with these queens. The two strongest queens, I want to say, in terms of action and fighting and being a warrior are absolutely Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. You recently, I think, stepped off of a relationship. And you did it with such, strength and confidence. Nevertheless, you're not jaded. There's a new one here coming in, but it almost feels like more of the same, Sagittarius. And this is what makes this connection toxic. Let's get some clarity for your person. Yeah, it feels like the person that you're interested in here with this toxicity, this toxic connection, it's not cemented yet, but it's more of the same. Three of Pentacles, interesting. Ten of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. This person is extremely busy. Judgment and King of Cups. This person is extremely busy over here. They're really busy with their work. They're busy with their life, right? But there is something here still cold, robotic, superficial comes to mind. Again, this feels like you're interested in somebody who might be getting you physically. You're physically attracted. You want something. Again, you just came out of a connection here, right? You're doing really well right now. So you're feeling yourself, Sagittarius. Ten of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. You're doing really well, and everything is in harmony in terms of your physicality, your physical life, your money. Your bills are good. Everything's getting paid. You feel good, right? You're in a good frame of mind. And there is a warning here. Yes, there is a warning. Why is there a warning? Because it almost feels as though you're in this really great place here, Sagittarius, on the heels of leaving a relationship, and you kind of are at risk of falling into the same type of toxic connection that you were in before with this individual. Moon energy is there in Seven of Wands. Listen, trying to fight for this, you know, there's a feeling here, Sagittarius, of you already maybe making excuses for this person. Why? Because this person comes in and they kind of know that they're playing with you. High Priestess is there. So she's aware of everything. Her intuition is high, and they know that they're affecting you. You're waiting for more information here with that Three of Wands. You're waiting for more. You're thinking if more information comes in, maybe I can find out if they're really interested. But you're dealing with somebody who's just not willing to come towards you the way you need them to come towards you. And that is toxic. You know, a feeling of, you know, you perhaps believing there's more there than there is, or wanting more there than there is. You've come out of so much here, Sagittarius, you know, and you've been around this block. Queen of Wands, you know, you've had this experience before, and you know what to watch out for. So watch out for it. You know, watch out for the red flags. You know, Wheel of Fortune is turning, so there's certain events happening here with you and this person that may come across as feeling like, oh, wow, this is meant to be, or, you know, feeling as though you're making a little bit of progress or traction, or, you know, like you guys are getting closer, you know, towards something, and yet it continues to be far away. It continues to be elusive because this person is unavailable. And you're also dealing with somebody, Sagittarius, who I'm going to say, I get a feeling here that they enjoy the games. You have King of Cups here with them, and Karma, which is the Judgment card in this deck that I'm using to clarify. And so you're dealing with somebody who knows what they're doing emotionally. They know, you know, they're experienced in relationships, and they're experienced in teasing, I want to say, or playing, right? The game. That's why they call it a game, you know, playing the game, being a player, etc. There is a certain amount, I want to say, of judgment, karma judgment coming in for them, in as much as you may give them a run for their money, Sagittarius, right? But that will only be if you handle the situation correctly, because you're definitely dealing with somebody who believes they have the upper hand and is toying with you a little bit. And this coldness that's coming in, this superficiality that's coming in, may indeed be indicative of their true feelings here. You know, I think you see what's going on. At the same time, you have just broken up. This is definitely a reading for Sagittarius who's recently broken up with somebody. And I do feel like that lingering energy here, that lingering sort of, there's no grief or mourning the loss. You definitely stepped off, but I think there's still pain there. I think you were forced to step off. You may have felt like you needed to, or there's no joy in it. And so there still needs to be some healing there. So this connection here almost feels like a rebound as well to me, right, Sagittarius? But you're very much rebounding with somebody who is already giving you warning signs of, you know, being more of the same. And so when you leave a relationship that was toxic, that was, you know, that just wasn't good for you. And I'm not talking about leaving a relationship because you're no longer in love, or you grew apart, or any of those reasons. I'm talking about leaving a relationship because it was toxic, because it was painful. Whenever you do that, the rebound, you have to be so careful with the rebound, because oftentimes the rebound will be with somebody who's very much like the person you just left. And it's almost as if you want a taste of that again, but with somebody new, to see if it will be different. But the warning signs are there. And that's why the warning signs are there, because, you know, listen, if you knew now what you knew in the beginning about the last person you left, would you have stayed, right? Maybe, maybe not, you know, maybe not. And here you have a situation where you're knowing in the beginning, again, what you're dealing with. And so the warnings are there, haunted, you know, being haunted by the same energy of the previous relationship. Let's take a look at these animal spirits. We have vulture and hummingbird. Well, the vulture makes a lot of sense here, Sagittarius. These are both air animal spirits, but the vulture is associated with cleaning up the rot and the decay, cleaning up the leftovers from the old and the leftovers of things that are dead. And this relationship here is dead now. And so there needs to be some cleanup done here in your life, Sagittarius, before you are able to move on to a new relationship. Hummingbird is here also. Remember the essence of the hummingbird. The hummingbird is all about joy, friendship, loyalty, but also quality. You know, the hummingbird only seeks the best of the best, the nectar, right? And so in this way, you should really be embodying that vibe for yourself, Sagittarius, and seeking the best of the best for yourself and for your love connections, especially on the heels of probably leaving someone who wasn't so much the best for you, right? And now possibly falling in with the same type of cold, unavailable, superficial person, somebody who plays with your feelings. Yeah, this person may not be cold all the time. They may love bomb you. They may lay on the charm, but then they quickly become cold and distant. They're not around. And so this is only even in the beginning. You haven't even actually made, you know, it's not like, I don't feel like you're dating this person just yet. You want to, but the moon is there. There's such shadow here. There's such unsurety. You just really don't know what's going on. And so, yeah, it feels to me like this has not at all even been cemented into an agreement type of relationship, though you want it. Right? Yes, you absolutely want it. All right. Watch out, Sagittarius. This is your toxic love reading for the week. To round up, yeah, you're in danger of falling into exactly the type of relationship that you just got out of, and you've resonated up so highly here. You're doing so well, healing, you're strong, and yet there's a weakness here for this individual, and I think it's simply because they very much represent somebody that I want to say aspects, characteristics of the person that you just left. And so, you know, you're focused on it, but take care. You know, there is a coldness here. There's a distance here. There is something lacking here. And it's just not worth your time, I think, just yet to really pursue the way you're pursuing. All right, Sagittarius cross watchers, thank you so much for joining me here at Bow and Arrow Tarot for your weekly toxic love reading. If you enjoyed this reading, if you got something out of it, if you resonated with it, go ahead and leave me a comment or like the video. You can consider subscribing. Any of those things are really great for my channel, and especially the comments. I love to respond to all the comments. But for right now, guys, I'm going to wish you love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you next week here at Bow and Arrow Tarot for your weekly toxic love reading. Bye-bye now.